I'm Buntag. Good morning everybody. Today's video I just want to tell you about the the hassles of living in a remote province. I mean, some provinces they're not too bad, you know what I mean, they've got the city quite close and that, but this one really is a remote province out in the sticks. So I just want to tell you a few of the problems we've had. You can't even believe the weather at the minute, it's mad. As you've seen in my wet season video, that was what it was like yesterday up until last night, and now look again today, totally different. Scorchio weather. Anyway, back to the story. Yeah, I wanted internet at the house in the province, so I thought I'd contact PLDT, the big internet company in the Philippines, and just see if they could provide us with the internet at the house. They said yeah, that's fine, it wouldn't be a problem. Just all I had to do was send them Google Images map, just so they could locate whereabouts in the province I was, so they could get the internet to me. Thought fair enough, went on Google Images, and the trouble is, the island finished halfway along down the middle. Half of Leyte was like lit up with all the locations, the other half when I needed was completely black. This province didn't even show up on Google Maps, so that was a big problem. So I said as well after that, oh, some local kids now, mine Buntag. Don't know what they're up to. Hello. Hello. So yeah, that was a big problem. So I rang our PLDT back up, and they said that's fine, you can still have your internet, but it means buying your own personal satellite tower. So when I asked how much, and they said 30,000 pesos, and they said did I want to go ahead with it, it was a no-brainer, you know what I mean, just straight away. You think it cost me 50-60 pesos to upload a video in the cafe, there's no way, you know what I mean, out of my budget I can spend 30,000 on a tower. So that was the end of that anyway, and that's how come I've started using the internet cafe every time, because obviously that's the cheaper option. Now is the problem that I found out about using the internet cafes. Everything was going really fine one day. I've been sitting there 3 hours, you know what I mean, the video was uploading. I thought, you know, this is fine. But then 3 hours into the video, there's a huge rainstorm coming. I thought nothing of it, carried on watching my YouTube and stuff. Next minute there a blackout, all the power went off, only for about, you know what I mean, a few seconds, 30 seconds perhaps, and all the monitors come back on. So I thought, oh, that's not too bad. But then when I went to carry on uploading, it had reset back to 0 again, and I couldn't retrieve what I'd already uploaded. So basically I'd sat there 3 hours for nothing and had to start all over again, pay some more money for extra hours and start again. Then 1 more hour into it, there was another storm and the same thing happened an hour later. So by that time, you know what I mean, you get a bit mad, to be honest. And I thought, well, I've sat here 4 hours so far. I thought if I go home now, I've only got to come back the next day, you know what I mean, and do it again. So I thought, stuff it, I'll carry on, I'm here now, you know what I mean, it'll save me a trip down the next day. So I sat and finished it all, which was fine. The next week I did it, and the same happened again, another blackout, reset back to 0 again. So then I realised, you know what I mean, the rainy season's a bad time to upload videos. And the worst one, and this really, I tell you what, I've never crossed my fingers so much in my life. And this is why I tend to be doing shorter videos now, or part 1 or part 2s, because I can't upload a video longer than 10 minutes. The one I did of Dua Hong Choir for 11 minutes, luckily I was in Cebu in the hotel, so I uploaded it from there. It couldn't have been done from the cafe. Just to show you, a 9-minute video uploaded took 7.5 hours to upload. And you think sitting in the internet cafe for 7.5 hours ain't fun. You know what I mean? You can't just go wander off for something to eat and come back later on, because I've got my hard drive plugged in all the while. If I disappeared for half an hour and come back, there's a good chance it'd have grown legs and walked out, you know what I mean? So I don't want to risk it, so literally you have to sit by the computer for 7.5 hours, which is a bit of a pain in the backside, to be honest. So yeah, that's for a 9-minute video, 7.5 hours it takes. So now hopefully all my videos will be slightly shorter, so I've not got the hassle of sitting there all day. But yeah, that 9-minute video, it had done, oh, what was it? I'm sure it was about 7 hours into the video. It was on about 94% or something. and the next minute the biggest storm come in, and I thought, no. I thought, if this has a blackout now, you know what I mean, you're sitting for 7 hours and that power goes out now and you have to start again. I thought, I'm going to end up spitting me dummy, you know what I mean, chucking my hard drive away and giving up YouTube altogether. And it said 15 minutes remaining, and I tell you what, that was the longest 15 minutes of my life, with that rain pouring down outside and the storm going on, and me sitting there with both my fingers crossed, hoping the power won't go out. But anyway, it didn't, and luckily 7.5 hours later I was off buying my burgers and back home again, so I was chuffed about that. So really, that's, you know what I mean, that's just some of the problems you got to think about when you live in the province. As I say, if you live in a better one, nearer a city, you've got good internet connections, but if you are actually moving to a really remote province like this, be prepared to be using the internet cafes hell of a lot, unless you're very rich and you can afford your own tower, which I can't. So anyway, that's about all I've got to say today on the subject, but you know what I mean, hope you've enjoyed it, and hope it's just a bit of information for you, just in case you do think about moving here and doing your own videos. Alright, and thanks for watching. See you later.